Good morning and welcome to our Employer Highlight Series. We're excited this week to have Tasha Wilburn with us. She is the Business Office Director for Chestnut Senior Living here in Columbus. Welcome, Tasha.
Welcome. Thanks for having me.
Awesome. So as everyone knows, we like to do these employer highlights every other week. So it gives us a chance to introduce wonderful Franklin County employers to our job seekers because, sometimes you're the best kept secret in the community, and we want to try to solve that challenge, right?
Yes.
The way that we love to start these conversations is to really just give you a chance to give a little background about the company, some of its history, talk about location, that type of thing. So why don't we start there?
Okay. We're currently in Columbus, Ohio. We in the middle between Columbus, New Albany, Gahanna, but our address is Columbus 43230. The company was acquired by Arrow Senior Living and end of May, beginning of June in 2019. And we've been working under Arrow for it's actually going on 3 years, the end of May. We believe in oh my goodness, our core values. We practice them every day. We believe in them. We actually do like quizzes. Some of the staff members, we go to them daily. Hey, give me one of our core values, and they'll spit them out to us. One of our core values is we believe in the power of a chuckle. Um, I listen to understand. I strive to be humble. So those are some of our core values that we practice daily throughout the community.
No, that's awesome. So it sounds like you're really trying to create and foster a culture of connecting with individuals, which is really important in the type of work that you do, right?
Yes.
Yeah, definitely. So outside of that, what type of interactions, what type of support should someone expect in the day-to-day work at Chestnut Hill Senior Living?
We believe in promoting within the community. So instead of looking out for if we have an open position, so say someone start with us as a STNA and they go to school to be an LPN, we're going to promote within the community instead of hiring someone from the outside. That's one of the big things we do. We offer tuition reimbursement. So, sometimes some employees go to school and then they look for other employment elsewhere. We want to make sure our employees are happy and satisfied. So when they do go to school, they want to stay right where they're at and they want to continue to grow. So a prime example, I started with the company back in September of 2019. A year later, I became a lead business office director. And I want to continue my growth within the company where I can end up into a regional role. And that's just some of the things that we do offer.
Yeah, and I think that's really important because, when we think about things like healthcare, it's a really big and diverse industry, right? And so, as you mentioned, an STNA position is a great way to get some of that initial exposure into the industry. But once you're working, you see all these other positions that people are doing, and you have an interest in that. So it sounds like you help employees maybe pathway themselves in different directions based off where their interests really land. Does that sound about right?
Yes. Another prime example, we have someone that was actually a caregiver in the community in our dementia unit. And she went from a caregiver into the role of a resident service director. And from a resident service director, she said, I'm not feeling this one too much. So within probably 8 months, she moved into uh, housekeeping director's position. So the culture with Arrow is it allows you to plant your feet where you want to be. So if you plant your feet somewhere and you say, "Oh, this is not for me," you're able to look and see what other positions we have open and apply for that role and move into that role.
Well, and that's really important because, in this current job market, the last thing that you want to do is to have someone leave an organization because they're unhappy with a position.
Right.
I think we've all been in jobs before where we really love the people that we work with, and we love the company that we work for. But as you said, that position just doesn't quite speak to you. So it sounds like you guys are really supportive in helping individuals find the position that speaks to them as well.
Yes.
That's
One of the things we use is, do you currently have the right seat on the bus? That's one of the what we currently use.
Yep, and that is so important. So outside of tuition reimbursement, which I think is a really important benefit that you guys offer, maybe let's take a couple of minutes to talk about some of the other benefits that are offered with employment at Chestnut Hill Senior Living.
One of the other things we offer at Chestnut Hill is if you're working 8 hours or currently working 12 hours, we do offer the free meal for working at Chestnut Hill. One of the great things that I love, and when I'm doing orientation that I speak highly on, is the quarterly raises we provide to staff. If they complete like continue computer training and then attend our staff meeting, they can get a quarterly raise every quarter. That end up being a 4% raise compared to some communities or some other employers who only allow them to receive a 1% raise on the annual. We are giving them the opportunity to get a 4% raise throughout the year.
That speaks volumes for sure. What about like insurance benefits, that type of thing?
Yes, after your 90 days, you qualify. Actually, after your 60 days, you sign up for your benefits. So you are entitled to, not entitled, but you are able to receive health benefits, dental, 401k, eyewear, short-term disability, long-term disability, accidental. Um, what is the other one? The cancer one. You're able to get. Let me see what else. The 401, we are at 100%. So someone who does the 401 and within 3 months, they definitely will see their growth in their 401. So it's at 100% as well.
So that's absolutely amazing. I think that's probably one of the things that's really impactful of the way that you guys are structured, being part of the Arrow family. You reap the benefits of that larger organization's benefits, but it sounds like you guys operate, in a smaller, almost like a franchise model here locally. Is that a good way to describe it?
Yes. And another thing I would say that we offer is our home office is always available, just a phone call away. We do a lot of Zoom meetings. So if you are having an issue or if you're getting stuck or if you have been stuck, you're able to reach out to your regional and get some assistance right away.
That's extra powerful as well. I think about the type of work that you guys do at Chestnut Hill, and I think about how important it is. Because oftentimes there are situations where families cannot continue to provide care on their own for some of their family members as they mature in age. And so knowing that type of work, what type of candidates are you guys really looking for?
We're looking for candidates who are passionate about their job, who is passionate about providing care, because it takes a special someone to want to be able to provide care to someone else. If you don't have that passion, that drive, that dedication, that determination, providing care in any community is not where you should be. So we definitely want someone who is definitely self-awareness, because if you are self-awareness on your own self, you definitely are very aware of providing care to others.
Yeah. And when I think about everything that we've all experienced over the last couple of years, obviously the industry that you're in has experienced a lot of changes
Yes.
in different protocols and that type of thing. How has COVID and the way that some protocols have changed really impacted your day-to-day operation?
I can tell you with COVID, it has made us all aware of where you really should be. No matter what you touch, no matter what you do, wash your hands. It makes you aware of not, it is so easy, which before you were just touching your face, so it makes you aware to make sure you are washing your hands. It's okay to be close to someone, but you need to make sure that once you have that conversation, you are going to the restroom and you are washing your hands and just Practice social distancing if you can, because COVID is real and we don't have a handle on it yet, as some may think we do, but we truly don't.
Yeah. And as part of that, does Chestnut Hill require a COVID vaccination for employment?
It doesn't require, we do recommend, and we're at, I would say, about probably 85% vaccinated for our community, and that's with staff and residents. If you're not vaccinated, you get tested twice a week on Tuesdays and Fridays.
So you have some
And
good
so if it's a
protocols.
holiday, just like we just had Easter, so a lot of staff members were around at least 10 or more family members. So what we do after each holiday, 5 days after, everyone get tested just to make sure, because we want to make sure we keep our residents safe.
Yep. And I think that is definitely the most important part there is keeping a nice, safe environment for everyone because you always obviously want all of your residents safe. You also want your employees safe at the same time, right?
Yes.
Awesome. So let's talk a little about the hiring process itself. I know we have the URL up right now where someone can go and explore the open positions that you have at Chestnut Hill. And I'm going to go ahead and put a shameless plug in, not really shameless because it's part of why we're here. That we'll have Tasha and the team here on Thursday for our Thursday with an employer. So outside of just going to the Chestnut Hill website, you can also visit our website, omjcfc.org /Thursday, and you can actually schedule to come in and meet with Tasha and the team at 11 o'clock on Thursday, where you can start the application process, ask any questions you have about the employer, the employment opportunities and that type of thing. But so kind of walk us through, like from the time you put in an application, what does the hiring process look like for someone?
From the time that someone put in an application, our recruiter will reach out to them and set up a phone screen. After that phone screen, they will set up an actual interview for within the community. That person would come in the community, get interviewed with myself and the actual department. So say they apply for a kitchen position. The culinary director would be in the interview with myself, as well as if someone applied for the wellness department.
Excellent.
After the interview, if we are liking them right then and there, we are offering that position to them right then and there and seeing when they can come back to do the pre-hire paperwork. If we have more than one candidate for that position, of course, we're going to interview the others, see who we are liking and who we feel may be the better fit for that position. And then we'll narrow it down and give them a call and let them know, yes, you got the position. This is what we're offering to you. And this is the next step.
Awesome. So it sounds like it's a pretty efficient process, though, right?
Yes.
You don't let a lot of grass grow under the candidate through the entire.
Oh no, you definitely cannot let any grass grow under there because the next community down the way is right there trying to get them as well. So you definitely cannot let any grass grow under their feet.
Absolutely. What about drug screens, background checks, that type of thing?
Yeah. So when they come in for pre-hire paperwork, they would come in. They would complete the pre-hire paperwork, such as the basics, their name, providing 2 forms identification. They will be sent for a physical. They will be sent for the BCI check. If they haven't been in the state of Ohio the last 5 years or more, they would complete an FBI check. And then they also will be drug screened either on the community property or in the urgent care.
Excellent. Any big things? Let me rephrase this. With the BCI or the FBI check, obviously with the type of work that you do, there are certain limitations on what can and cannot be in a background. But within reason, are you guys able to look at things on a case-by-case basis?
Yes. We look at it as how long has it happened? What are the codes? Now, some things you can't hire no matter how long So we definitely look at the codes. And if it's something that's 10, 15, 20 years old, everyone makes mistakes and grow from it. So as long as that has happened, we will move forward with the applicant.
Excellent. Excellent. So we've talked a lot about the great culture, about how you guys lift up, your employees and how you support them in an amazing way, how you help provide that wonderful care to your residents as well. Talked about a lot of the benefits and stuff. I guess we probably ought to talk about open positions, right? So
Yes.
if you want, why don't we go through a few of the open positions you have right now? You can kind of tell us a little about those.
Okay, currently we're hiring for a wellness director, which is a DON. Excuse me. We're hiring for nurses for 7A to 7P as well as 7P to 7A. So if you know of any, please come and see us. We're hiring for, we have a couple care partner positions, which is you can be state tested STNA or you don't have to be. If you're looking for to grow within the healthcare field and possibly is doing something else, maybe you're in banking and you can start with us with being a care partner. And then if you if you want to go and be a nurse, which that's what actually I just interviewed someone and they were in banking and she was like, I'm ready to go to school to be a nurse. I said, you have came to the right community then. She's starting out as a care partner. She's moving into the role of going to school to be an LPN, and she's going through our program that we have with Honduras College. So if it is someone that is willing or wanting to go to school to further their education, we do have the opportunity where we can sign them up with Honduras College to be an LPN. And if they choose to, they actually can also go to be an RN and still have employment within us.
That's absolutely amazing. So just to give a rough idea of those care partner positions, what would a ballpark starting pay be for those?
The ballpark for a care partner position is $15. Now, we do have a memory care dementia neighborhood, and that starts out at $16 an hour.
Okay. But still a great starting wage to get your foot in the door in the healthcare industry. And as you've mentioned, it opens up a lot of opportunities. I think that's what this is all about, right?
Yes, definitely. And
Definitely.
also making that connection with the residents, making them feel at home, being that support for them. Because some residents they come here and they don't have the family support. So we depend on our care partners and our nurses. And even myself, I go out there and be that support to our residents.
It's interesting, when you work in the type of industry that you do. I always say that it can be some of the most difficult, but some of the most rewarding because you have those really, really great days, and then every now and then you'll have that really, really rough day. But
Yes.
but overall, there isn't much better than that sense of satisfaction for doing that type of work, is there?
Yes. Yes. And that's
Awesome.
why we request for you to have the passion. We
Yep,
request for you to
absolutely.
have the passion, and you definitely have to have patience because working in a dementia neighborhood, you may have some residents, you may go to them and try to give them care, and they just not ready.
Yeah, it can definitely be challenging at times for sure.
Yes.
Tasha, one thing that we talked about yesterday as we were preparing for this is that Chestnut Hill has a great social media presence as well. Do you want to talk for a minute about that? That way, everybody can really begin to understand the culture and the life at Chestnut Hill.
Yes. We actually have a Facebook and we're also on Instagram. And what I tell people when they come in, a new applicant or someone just trying to get the feel of our community, please go on our Facebook page. You will see all the things that we do for our residents as well as our staff members. We love to have fun. It's all about the power of a chuckle. So we are always trying to make sure our residents is laughing, our families is laughing, and our staff is laughing.
Okay.
We actually are having a sock hop this Friday. And we're going to be in our poodle skirts. We're going to be in our Fonzie jackets. We're going to have a lot of fun. We're going to have the shoestring French fries, the malts, the milkshakes. So yes, that is one thing we do love to have. Is a lot of fun, and our Facebook and Instagram shows it all.
That sounds absolutely awesome. And honestly, I'm totally going to steal the power of the chuckle. Like I'm,
Yes,
I'm going to start using that every day because you're right. There isn't much that's more powerful. So just to remind everybody, we have Tasha Wilburn, who's a business office manager for Chestnut Hill Senior Living, with us here today. Um, they will be on site here at the Job Center on Thursday at 11 o'clock for our Thursday with an employer. You can visit our website, jcfc.org/Thursday, or you can always call us at 614-559-5052 if you'd like to meet with Tasha and the team. You're interested in pursuing employment with Chestnut Hill. I think we've talked about a lot of great things that you guys are doing as an organization. Do you have any closing words for our viewership?
Yes, we do. If they don't attend Thursday, we actually are having an open house on the 29th. We just went through a major remodel, so they can come out and see our community and mingle and get the feel of how our culture actually work here in the community.
Awesome. And I'm assuming that information will be on your social media, right?
Yes, it
There
already
you go.
is.
So go to that Facebook page to get all the details on the open house. And if you're interested in starting that application process, be sure to come and see us on Thursday, because Tasha and the team will be here with us, and we're super excited about that. Well, Tasha, it has been a pleasure talking to you today. Learned a lot of great things about Chestnut Hill Senior Living for sure. And hopefully we'll have a lot of great, excited candidates for you on Thursday.
Yes, looking forward to it. Thank you.
All right. Thanks. Have a great day.